Hello from Polaris Advisors. I'm Devin Dominic Johnson. I'm the Retirement Plans Relationship Manager, and I'm here today with advisors Corey Bayshore and Justin Dunwoody. And nowadays, most people don't necessarily have traditional defined benefit pension plans. 401k plans are a great accumulation tool, but not necessarily the most beneficial distribution tool. So Corey and Justin are going to talk through some some ways to help participants in that regard.
Hey, thanks, Devin. So up on the screen, I actually have an example for everybody, just showing two different portfolios with a $100,000 investment, starting at age 41 and then accumulating out to age 65. You'll notice in portfolio A, started a little rough, minus 12, minus 15, minus 14. Then if you look over at portfolio B, the last 3 years are identical. So all that we did was just flip-flopped the returns. So the first year for portfolio A was the last year for portfolio B. The second year was the second to last year, and so on and so forth. The important part here is this is the accumulation phase in orange. So in the accumulation phase, all that matters is the average rate of return. So you'll notice that even though portfolio A started a little rough, it still accumulated the same amount of money, $735,000 by the end at age 65. So portfolio A and portfolio B both accumulated the same amount of money. So now we go on to what Devin was mentioning, is the distribution phase. So let's assume the same sequence of returns for portfolio A and portfolio B. So again, just flip-flop the returns there. But now we have $735,000, which was the amount that was accumulated at age 65 in both portfolios. But we're going to start taking distributions, 5% per year and adjusting for inflation. You'll notice portfolio A runs out of money. And this is what Devin was mentioning, that retirement plans such as 401k, great accumulation tool, might not be the best distribution tool. Justin's going to share with you, and we have a video that we'll share as well, as to why.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. So basically, just piggybacking on exactly what Corey mentioned, that document he just went through talked about a 5% distribution rate. You accumulate all your money in your 401k, you start withdrawing 5% inflation adjusted. That used to be a norm in our industry. We told people that was a distribution rate that was sustainable. A lot of new studies, and this goes back through history, and it goes back looking at every rolling 10-year period of time, and says, well, what's the chances you actually are able to sustain a 5% withdrawal rate? As you can see on the screen, the green line is a 5% withdrawal rate. If you're going to live 30 years into retirement, if you're going to retire at 60 and live till 90, you're actually under 60%. It's a flip of a coin. Your money might last, you might run out, which is exactly what Corey went through in that sequence of returns form. It's basically showing that it's very likely you run out of money if the market's not cooperative in the beginning of retirement. If you look at the top line, the blue line, it's actually a 3% withdrawal rate. At 30 years, you're over 95% likely that you do not run out of money. So a 3% withdrawal rate is more of a kind of a guaranteed withdrawal rate. We can take 3% regardless of market behavior, and we're probably going to be okay. This video talks about some ways that we can kind of change this paradigm a little bit and don't have to get stuck with 3% withdrawal rates. Maybe we can take a 6 or 7% withdrawal rate if we have some kind of buffer. And that video is going to go through some explanation of what a buffer is. So we're gonna go ahead and actually play the video to go through an explanation of what we're talking about here, and then we'll be happy to kind of explain this further to all the people listening.
So you're thinking about your retirement, an exciting yet scary proposition. Two crucial questions probably crossed your mind. How much do we need to save? And where do we need to put it? To answer these questions, you must remember why you're saving money long term in the first place. You want to have an income stream in retirement. Think of it like climbing a mountain. What's the objective? Getting to the top? Well, not really. The ultimate objective is really to get to the top and then make it back down safely. In the context of your financial life, getting up the mountain is your pre-retirement accumulation phase. Getting back down is your retirement distribution phase. This is one continuous journey. You can't call in a helicopter at the top of the mountain if you didn't bring sufficient supplies to make it down safely. To figure out where to put your savings in pre-retirement, you must understand how the distribution phase works. How retirement income streams work defines how to pack your bags in pre-retirement. Many people haven't had the opportunity to look at it from this perspective, which can be very costly. Back when pension plans were the norm, retirement planning for individuals used to be more automatic. Pension plans put the responsibility of providing you retirement income in the hands of your employer. Typically, your pension amount was comparable to a good percentage of your salary. Pension plans automatically took into account both the accumulation of money and the distribution of it for retirement income. Around the 1980s, things started to change significantly. As retirement plans like 401ks were introduced, they started to become the norm. These types of plans meant employees became more responsible for providing retirement income for themselves. 401k type plans focus mainly on accumulation of money and not on distribution. When used alone, they can be very inefficient for creating retirement income streams later. For example, to avoid potentially running out of money in retirement, financial research recommends withdrawing only 3 to 4% from these types of invested retirement assets every year to live on. These relatively low distribution rates can be problematic. Think about it. You'd need $1 million at retirement to create just $30,000 to $40,000 a year of retirement income. What about adding inflation to your current income? $100,000 of income today needs to be $180,000 in 20 years at 3% inflation just to maintain spending power. This would require the accumulation of approximately $5 million by retirement time. How feasible does this path sound running your own numbers? Is this the path you would want to stay on if you had a choice? See, the problem in many cases isn't the accumulation of money in retirement plans, but rather the low distribution rate we could be on track for if that's all we do. What if today you could put yourself on a path that provides higher distribution rates from the retirement assets you're accumulating? Then $1 million could potentially create $70,000 to $130,000 a year of retirement income. How? By knowing how retirement income streams work, so you can take action now in pre-retirement to position your savings accordingly. Get off the default path of low distribution rates and contact us today to learn about saving for your retirement income. You'll be glad you did.
Well, that concludes the video and our presentation of coming down the mountain. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.